Hello everyone, today we are going to be starting a beautiful little game, revisiting a classic, the fourth iteration of the Elder Scrolls official series, Oblivion. An absolute classic. I don't think it's too old, don't remember when it came out, but let's just go ahead and get it started. Gonna go through the little intro here and then set our character up.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
Alright, so here we are. Absolutely love that intro. The iconic Elder Scrolls music gets me every time. Let's go ahead and get my character set up here. Now, I am going to be doing a playthrough of a character that many people have done in the past, especially as a YouTuber Let's Play type of thing. It's a decent little challenge on the game. It's playing a pure mage Atronak birth sign character where you don't have any passive magicka regeneration. So you have to try to find interesting ways, or interesting, unique, and special ways to regenerate your magicka to be able to keep fighting. I'm just going to go ahead and really quickly set up my character here. Alright, and here we are. We've got our high elf called Sevaekor, with a nice little short rogue knot back here. Kind of a biggish nose, but that's fine. I'm kind of sad that you can't change a high elf's ears at all. The good thing about high elves, the Altmer, is their magicka bonuses. I think they start out with, I want to say, 100 magicka more than any of the other races. I think Bretons get a little bit of a bonus, maybe 50, something like that, but I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I've played a Breton. But either way, here's our character. He looks like a shifty motherfucker. Let's go ahead and get the game started. Yes, we want to be a high elf. Oh, we're just gonna get a couple of little tutorial things going here.
Look at the high and mighty Altmer. Where's your dignity now, huh? Where's that famous high elf poise and bearing? You know, my time's almost up. Pretty soon I'll be free, and you'll still be stuck in this rat hole, waiting for your execution. That's right. I heard some of the guards talking. You're going to die in here, high elf. You hear me? You're going to die in here. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, my sons. They're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
My job right now is to get you to safety. What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt. Prisoner, stand away from the door. Over by the window now. No sign of... Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength. Assassins
What's
attack
going
my
on?
sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Oh, why am I in jail? I have no recollection of why I'm here.
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Well, who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Well, I go my own way.
So do we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
I love how when I was,
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Looks like
This doesn't concern you,
Stay
prisoner.
out of our way.
when I was here, behind the gates, there were only 2 guards with the Emperor. Maybe I missed one who was coming down the door and he was behind that corner, but I was specifically trying to look. And I think it's the first time I noticed that I only saw 2 guards with him, and now there were 3. But we're gonna go ahead and follow these people, even though they specifically told us not to follow them. Now, here's the thing, getting into the gameplay of what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be... I had a Morrowind playthrough that I never got to finish because I had a corrupted save file that I was able to restore, but by the time I did, I was a little bit demotivated to keep continuing that playthrough. Maybe I will one day. I think I still have the game up and running at that point. But I was doing a playthrough in Morrowind, which was trying to do sort of a very efficient leveling strategy of 551, if you're not familiar with how the older Elder Scrolls games work.
Protect yourself.
Oh, don't worry, I'm staying well out of this.
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
I feel like the audio for voice is a little bit low. Let's go ahead and put that up a little bit.
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving.
There's trouble ahead.
How could they be waiting for us here?
Maybe even a little bit more. Could just be me, but that does sound pretty low. Do these people have anything decent on them? Take that steel short sword.
We will get you out of here.
We'll take your katana as well. A couple of potions, not too bad.
Stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Right. I won't try to follow you, but I am going to have to defend myself here for just a bit. To ready your weapon or fists, push R. Never mind. Okay, let's get you out of the way. You, and just to make sure. Okay, yeah, I can sacrifice one more swing of this sword. Take all your rat meat. Now, as I was saying, I was trying to do a relatively efficient leveling process in Morrowind called the 551 leveling, where you level up your skills in a certain way, your major skills and your off skills in a certain way that when you do eventually level up, you get a +5 bonus to the attributes that you're trying to put in of +5. You will never be able to raise luck by +5, so you can only do that by +1. So there are two different efficient leveling methods, one called the 555, one called the 551. In Morrowind, I was doing the 551 because luck plays a much higher role in Morrowind than it does in Oblivion. In The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, luck affects your chance to hit basically all throughout the game, and I believe it also affects an enemy's chance to hit you. In Oblivion, that doesn't matter anymore. Luck still does play a part in a lot of skills, but once you get those skills to 100, luck stops playing a role. So there is little reason, to my knowledge, to try to do a 551 build in Oblivion. That being said, I'm not going to be doing a 555 build either. I'm going to be playing this game on the standard difficulty, and we're just going to do adventure mode. I'm not going to try to do a super efficient leveling build. I'm not going to do anything like that, except for probably the first 2 levels. Ideally, anyone that tries to do an efficient leveling build will try to maximize endurance first. I'm pretty much going to completely ignore endurance. The playstyle I'm going to try to do this entire time, provided I even finish this. If any of you actually follow my channel, you'll know that I very rarely finish a Let's Play. But provided I finish this, I'm not going to be paying too much attention to endurance. Instead, the playstyle I'm going to be doing is trying to evade being hit or avoid being hit at all costs, pretty much as often as I possibly can. But at the very beginning of the game, I'm going to try to get my strength up a little bit, because that affects your carrying capacity, so I will be practicing a little bit with, with hand-to-hand combat, sometimes blunt combat, and blade combat. Thing is, I don't want to get these leveled up right now in the tutorial, because these are not going to be my major skills. So they're going to stay at 5, and the more benefit that I can take out of these skills when I am leveling up, the better. So I don't want to level up my blade anymore. I don't necessarily think I want to level up my blunt, and maybe I'll get a couple of swings in with a 2-handed hammer we're about to get in a little bit here, and I don't really want to level up my hand-to-hand. I'm going to leave these for when I get out of this dungeon, basically. And that's when I'm going to try to maximize getting +5 to my strength stat, at least for the first, I'll probably say 4 levels. If I can get my strength up to 50, that's an extra, what is that? That's an extra 100 carrying capacity, I believe. If you get your strength up to 50, I think you can carry up to 250 weight. Something like that. I can't remember the numbers. I think it's 5 for every 1 strength. So yeah, another 20 points should be another 100 carrying capacity, and that'll take me from 150 to 250, and I think I'll be happy with that. From then on, I'm not even gonna bother too much with trying to perfectly level my character. Once again, I think I'm happiest playing these games when I'm not trying to be super efficient with the leveling process, so I'm not going to be aiming for +5s into everything, and I'm probably just going to kind of go at it at a very chill pace. But for right now, for the immediate moment in this tutorial, I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing, because 1, I'm not going to be doing too much in terms of combat, and 2, I'm not going to be sprinting anywhere. I want my athletics to stay where it is. I want it to stay under 5, so that when I eventually get out into the world of Tamriel, I can start leveling that up in an efficient way to try to get a couple of speed points in. So the tutorial itself is going to be pretty slow and boring. Let's go ahead and get you there. You there. Oh. But yeah, we are going to be playing a full caster class. And I am going to be trying to role play it a little with regards to how I actually go about doing stuff in the game, and we'll get into that a little bit here. Do I even have any clothes on? Ah, yes, I've got my prison clothes on. How are these? Oh, much better. Yeah, that's great. Those are great pants. I like those. If arrows, pick up the bow and start practicing with it. No, I'm good, thank you. I have no intention of using any archery. We'll go ahead and just lockpick this, get the gold and the sapphire out. But I don't think I'm gonna want to level that anymore. Yeah, that's already at half of 5. I'm not gonna touch that. So we're not gonna be picking any more locks, because I want to be able to kind of have the fun experience of role-playing stuff with regards to opening locks via magic instead of lockpicking. So we just got a key off that goblin shaman. And, oh, now practice casting spells. Well, I'm way ahead of you. I've already done that to kill a couple of rats. I believe, I haven't tested this, but I believe I can kill everything in here with my flare spell, which is, yes, I know, which is a mini fireball. Fire damage 6 points on target, which costs 13 magicka. I believe I can use that throughout this entire tutorial, and by the time, since it's going to be one of my major skills or major abilities, major spells, I'm pretty sure by the time we exit this area, it won't have leveled past, like the experience I gain from it won't have leveled past where I start out with it at. If that even remotely makes sense. Hopefully it'll make sense by the time I even get to that point. But I think a high elf with specialization in magic and destruction as one of the major abilities. I believe they start destruction, or they exit the tutorial with 40 in destruction. Or is it 35? No, it should be 40. And even though I might level up destruction a couple of times here, because clearly we're about to... Yeah, a couple more, probably about 5 or 6 more spell casts, and that destruction ability or skill will go up to 16, but I still believe it goes off the experience that you gain with it. And it won't be enough experience to have taken me from 40 to 41. So it should still be at 40, even though... Oh, what was the... R, I think, was the key in Skyrim to... loot all, something like that. I have to get used to the controls again. I haven't played this game in quite a while. But if I remember correctly, there are 2 or 3 more rats down here. There's one of its tails. I can see that guy's tail. I wonder if I can hit it from here. Yes. Just the tail. Oh, and there's another one coming. Now the good thing about destruction spells is that my destruction skill at all. I actually have to hit a target with it, and I think that's another rat way down there. Yeah, I've played this tutorial way too many times. It's all decent enough stuff. I'll take this, yeah, I'll take this two-handed mace.